Alright, here we go. Time for another awesome how-to video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to cheaply make those swinging heads. So like swinging head, not really a jig head, but a swinging head. And I'll show you what that means when I'm all done. But without further ado, what you're going to need for this, most importantly, is a weight. So you've seen I've colored these ones already, so that's 1/2 ounce, 1/8 ounce, 1/8. Okay, so you'll need a weight of some sort. So this is 1/2 ounce. You may or may not want to color it. If you want to color it, I'm going to color it with this chrome red Nova Stone double dazzle powder paint. Get from Barlow's. Then to finish it off, and to complete the process, you could either use the CS Coatings Seal Coat, either with UV blast or without UV blast. But for the sake of this video, I'm actually going to use the clear powder paint, clear coat powder paint to finish it. You're going to need some wire. This is the American Fishing Wire Toothproof stainless steel leader wire, size 2/8 or size 14, 218 pound. You can use the 140, you could use the 325, it's up to you. Any other wire you can use as well. You're going to need a split ring. This is from Amazon. You can get this 100 pack of Alwander split rings. This is 22 pound rated, so you're going to need one of those. And you're going to need some type of hook. These are, this is a 3/0, this is a 4/0 wide gap offset worm hook, and last but not least, some type of swim bait. This is a 3.5 inch white ripper and a heat gun. So here's how you start. So I'm going to take all this stuff, kind of clear it out a little bit to start with. Okay, so you're going to take your weight, right, and we're going to color that. What's been working really well for me lately, especially in the harbors, is this chrome red color. If you've been watching my videos recently, you've seen this on a few of the jig heads. I'm going to go ahead and add that to this this 1/2 ounce weight. And in order to do so, I'm going to basically put it on this little piece of wire that has a curved end on it. This will hold the weight and allow me to dip it into the powder paint without too much of a mess. So I'm going to go ahead and slide that on there so it stops right there. Perfect. Alright. Go ahead and open up this jar of chrome red. And this stuff, when you do get it from Barlow's in the mail, it does tend to settle. So what you want to do first is give it a good stir all the way down to the bottom. Make sure it's loose all the way, nothing hard, nothing settled on the bottom. Okay, done deal there. Then you're going to take a heat gun, and just so you're aware, less is more to start with. So you don't need to heat this lead weight, you know, a minute, 2 minutes to get it what you think is hot enough. You can always heat it up, dip it, let it cool for a second, see if you need to add any more. Heat it up again, re-dip it. That works just fine. If you heat it up too much and try to dip it, it's going to clump and it's not going to look very good. So I'm going to go ahead and heat this up for probably at most 20 seconds to start, and then dip it and we'll check it. I'm going to go ahead and dip it, and we'll see how it looks. It's just that fast. Okay, you can see how there's a red glitter this side, not too much around here. It's a lot of lead still showing through. That means that there's not a lot of glitter up on top, so you got to kind of mix it around a little bit. I'll give it another hit and see if we can get some more glitter onto it. Alright, dip it again. There, that's a lot better. Alright, see how there's a lot more red and silver shine on that? That's much better. Perfect. Now what you do, again, you want to let this sit for a little bit, let it cool down, harden. But to really give this a good coat, you want to give it a good solid, secure, clear coat on it. Like I said, you could use the CS coatings, seal coat as either UV blast or the regular. But as I noted at the very beginning of the video, I'm actually going to use the No Stone clear coat finish on this. And you can see when you look at this, the reason why I want to add a clear coat is because once this comes in contact with, say, rocks or you know, something hard, pilings, whatever you're using, if you're using this around hard structure, even though this is powder paint, this could hit those and chip off, and you don't want that. So I'm going to use this clear coat to do 1 or 2 quick coats on it to make it much more durable. This gives it a really durable outer coat to help protect that that colored finish, or that colored powder coat that we've just put on. So same thing, I'm going to go ahead and heat this up about 10-15 seconds, dip it in, and then I'll let it cool a little bit, heat it up again, dip it again, that'll be enough. Okay, that's the first one. Go ahead and dip it. Bounce it a little bit to get the excess powder off. Again, looking good. Go ahead and hit this again. Alright. Dip it in again, boom, done. Shake it a little bit. That's it. Okay. Now I'll let that cool down. I'm going to put this kind of on a little hanging clip that I have here from extra wire, and get this slide off. Put this onto the clip here, or this little hanger. Hang this out of the way. I'm going to let that sit for about 2 minutes. And then I'll come back and show you how to finish it off. Alright, it's ready to finish now. So what the manufacturer of that powder paint says to do is get an oven, and you're going to put this into an oven at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and start this now, 350 at 20 minutes, but because it needs to preheat, I'm just going to go ahead and put this in now. And then when 15 minutes is up, it pretty much cures this 100%. So when time is up, come back and show you how to actually do the swinging head and finish this process. Alright, that's all done. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this out with some pliers here. Just kind of hang this back up for about 5 or 10 minutes, let that cool down, and be right back. Alright, let's take a look at it. Here we go, we have it all done here. There it is. Beautiful. There's a half ounce weight that's going to be for the swinging head. Now, to make the swinging head, so I'm going to take some of this 218 pound wire. I'm going to cut maybe let's see here, cut about, I don't know, 4 inches. Not going to need that much, but it makes it a lot easier. So 4 inches of wire. Okay, now I'm going to take my pliers, and if you have a wire bending tool, probably easiest to use that at this moment, but I don't have one, I just use pliers. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make an eye. I'm going to take this wire and twist it around the needle nose head till it's at about a about a 90. Okay, maybe pinch it just a little more. Okay, there you have it. I'm going to put it into my vise here. I'm going to wrap this tag end around about two or three times. Okay, I'm going to take my same wire cutters here. Cover your eyes or wear glasses. Clip that off. Okay, there's a little tiny burr right there. See the wire sticking out right there? I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to go ahead and do my best to kind of pinch that down a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take my weight, slide it on there. Alright, so now it's on there. That's good. Now you see how the eye is pointed that way, or at least not facing up. It's flat this way, which is good. Now I'm going to take my pliers and I'm going to make an eye going this way. So this eye is going sideways, this eye is going to go vertically. So I want these in the opposite directions, or basically perpendicular to each other. And you want to leave that's about a quarter inch right there, that space between the weight and where my pliers are at. I'm going to fold this over again. Okay. Then I'm going to take the plier and again pinch that a little bit to where it's a little more than a 90. Okay, you see that? We got this flat. We got this coming this way, this going that way. So you want these opposite directions. I'm going to go ahead and again take the vise. I'm going to wrap this probably, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 times, just like I did with the first eye. That tag end, this tag does not, I repeat, does not need to be all the way against the weight. It can spin freely, that's fine. So that is perfectly fine. I don't need it to be solid or stuck there. Okay, now you see this tag end here. Same thing, I'm going to go ahead and cut as close to this as I can. Okay, you see that little piece comes off. Perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and again crimp that little burr so it's not as sharp or sticking out. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to make this side for no reason in particular. That's going to be the side that I'm going to put my split ring on. So this is, again, this is a 22-pound rated split ring. Okay. Now feel free to use whatever size hooks you want, of course, but with this, this is going to be a 3.5-inch ripper going on to this. So with my 3.5s, I use the 4/0. Okay, so my clip, my tactical clip or my fishing clip is going to go on this side up. So I want to make sure that my hook is going up on this side. So match it up. Come on, there we go. Okay. And there's your swinging head. There's some other name brands out there that this setup right there, just that by itself without the swim bait, This is like 8 to 10 bucks. The hook itself, I'll total it all and I'll put it down below here, and I'll put it in the description too, but I believe this whole setup cost me, once you have all the materials, of course, those are all sunk costs, hard costs. This right here is about 60 cents. The hook, the split ring, the wire, the weight, plus the materials for the powder paints, 60 cents. Not 10 bucks, not $8, 10, 60 cents. Now, I'm gonna take my swim bait. You see the gap right there? It's about 1/4 inch. So I'm gonna pull this hook, put it into the front and pull it out right between this first or the second and third rib on this 3.5 inch ripper. So I'm gonna go in right there, pull it out right between, okay, slide it through, up and around, just like you would any swim bait with a offset wide gap hook. Put it straight through that bottom, make sure it comes out right at the crease in there. There you stinking have it. If you make your own rippers, I have a previous video for that. If you make your own rippers, make your own swim baits, this right here, the swim bait by itself, costs about 9 cents, 6 to 9 cents, depending on if I put glitter or pigment or whatever. So let's just round up. 10 cents for this ripper, a couple cents for the hook, very minimal, negligible amount for the split ring, wire. Again, this stuff, it's like on Amazon 7 bucks or so for 30 feet. So the amount that I use is negligible. The 1/2 ounce weight, get online, get wherever, make your own, whatever. But again, this whole setup, probably 70 cents, not 8 to 10 bucks. So that's your swinging head. Very simple, very easy. I'm going to show some footage right now of it in use, but it doesn't have to be 1/2 ounce. On my 3, 4, 5 arm rigs in the harbor, I'm using a combination of 1/8 ounce and 1/4 ounce weights. Not 1/2 ounce, but 1/8 ounce. You can do the same thing, right? There it is. And then with the 3-inch rippers that I use on my rigs, I don't use 3.5. With the 3-inch, I'm using a 3/0 hook. So 3.5, you got your 4/0, 3-inch, 3/0, even the 2-inch rippers. I'd have a 2-inch ripper. Hold on, I'll go get it just a second. All right, so here's that one I just made, the 1/2 ounce. Here's my 1/4 ounce that I use on the rigs and on the rigs in the harbor. And here's the one I just started making for fishing local freshwater, or even in the surf for perch and yellowfin croaker. That's an 1/8 ounce. This is a 9-pound rated ring. This is a 1/0 size offset wide gap worm hook with a 2-inch ripper. See, super easy. The small one, that's roughly about 30 cents. This one probably around 40, 42 cents, and that one's up to 60 cents. But super easy to make. They catch fish. Oh, and speaking of catching fish, now that we know how to make it, let's show you some footage of these guys in action. There's one. There's one. There we go. Keyword. Spotty on the yellow. There it is. Not quite. Not quite. There it is. on the yellow. First one on the swinging jig heads, or the swinging heads on the yellow. All right, let's get this little guy unpinned. Perfect. Perfect. Come on, pop out. Get out of there. Alright, let's get this guy out. Alright. Not a bad little fish, probably 10-11 inch on the swinging jig heads. The swinging heads rather, not jig heads. Phew. Alright, little buddy. Thank you for playing. Pew pew! I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'll try it. Kelp current. Gotta be debris. Gotta be debris. No way, is that a fish? Did I catch a fish on the drop? No way, I did. Ha! I got a Hallie on the drop! Oh! Alright, let's get this guy back in the water. There we go. Little guy, 15, 16 inch. Alright, let's go, little buddy. Alright, looks like we're getting wet. Looks like we're getting wet. Alright, let's get another one. There's one. There's one. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. There's a good one. Oh, that's a good fighting fish right there. Oh, yeah. Good one. I guess not really that good. It just kind of got it on the swing, but take it. Sharp hooks right there. Look at that on the swinging head. Alright, let's get this buddy back in the water. There we go. Little fish. Alright, bud, take care. All gone. A little blood from his belly.